Well, hello again. Another video. This is, as I've said before, this is a request. This one is on programming. The gentleman asked me how I did my programming, and one of the things was this particular train going from here to the turntable, going up there, coming back again, and coming back down here again. I can do it with that one. You can do it with any of it. Basically, it is how you run a program to run a train round your track, which I've shown you, like with that one over there, those two over there. And all it is sometimes, more so with the turntable, that's a Hornby turntable by the way, is getting the refinement and making sure the train is in the section, so you're not catching on these sections of rail down here. So it has to be in the centre. It's just a matter of moving parts of a second to get it. So what I've got here, I've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks there. I've got that one there, which is the main track. So I could actually take a train from there and take it to any one of these tracks here just by pushing buttons. I don't have to control it. I do a lot of it. I can do it by voice, telling the turntable to turn this way or turn that way. But what I've actually got, this is what you don't normally see on my railway, because you see that part normally. What I've got here is, first of all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that relates to these tracks here. Now when you get down here, that's a three-way point with 2 sets of motors on it. When you can't see them, same as I can't see up there too much, it makes it awkward to make sure you got the track set for one particular rail, whether it's going to go up there, that one or that one, because that's three-way there. Then also got that one there and that one there. So all I have to do is press buttons on here, same as that there now. If I actually click this to 5, this number 5 here, you can hear them all clicking, and what it'll do, it'll set all them there and that one there for this train here. And then all I've got to do is to go into another siding, such as this one, which we want here. All I have to do here is to click number 4. Most of those are set already, so what it's going to do is just turn that one there. There we go. So it's back to this one. So I can do this with all my tracks here, and also that. So it's a bit easier in life to do it that way around. Now, as you can notice on here, there are, that's number 7, which is the main line. These are the tracks which come off it, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 there. So what I can do is I can actually, from the main line, I can take the train into any one of these tracks. And then also is I've got these little yellow ones, which are the ones going from that track back to the main line, that track to the main line, that track to the main line, that one and that one. So I can do these just by pressing buttons. I don't have to control the thing itself. Life's a lot easier. Same as all my little green trains. These are all programs, of course, but you can only do this in Pro. You can't do it any other way. So this is why Pro is so good. You can do all sorts of tricks and fancy bits with it. Now what I'm going to do now is, as you can see there, there's a loco there, which is this in terms, and the 0 is the second part of each track. So what I'll do is I just do this, click the train, and this train now will actually go off in a minute. There it goes. I say it's just a matter of moving the parts of a second. I'll show you these in a minute. I'll show you that particular one. So that's that one there. It'll go to there and stop, and it's exactly on the centre of the turntable. I then now press the 0, and it'll do the final bit. So what it's going to do now is the turntable is going to turn to the main track. You can make these up as you want. So I say I just do most of these. I just do as demo. I don't use them to that degree, because most of the time I don't go off the main track. If I want one of these trains for going on here, I just pick it up and put it on there. It's idle, but that's the best way I do it. More so when you've got lots of trains. And also, as you notice over here, they're all over here, so I'd have to take all that out to get this one moving. There he is going to the main line. The turntable stopped. Remember, that's one thing with this particular type. It's got a dwell, so you can, when it goes to the dwell, which is like there, you can just stop the actual running of the turntable. There it goes. It comes off. It'll go just underneath the tunnel here. There we are. And it'll go back again now. There we go. Back again. Onto the turntable. Now what it's going to do now, it's going to now, turntable's going to turn again. So it's a bit dull today, so it makes it a bit awkward to see stuff like this. So it's now turning. There's the dwell, so that's when you normally stop the turntable. I run mine at 15 miles an hour, otherwise the motor starts screaming. But also that's where the decoder for it is, in there. But what I've done, I put a piece of polystyrene in the little hut, so it kills the sound. Otherwise the thing screams. But that's the way I do it. Everybody to their own taste. So I've got another one to go. Like that. And now stop. There's the dwell. Now it'll now come back onto the main line. There it comes. It comes back down here. It'll come back down here. So I can do that with all my layout. It's a good way of actually doing it, but so let me say, this is now turned off, so the program is now finished. Now, as I said, what you've got to do is you press the little table, the thing there, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to run it as a program, and I'll show you how we do it. So this one here, I'm not going to put any lights on, I'm just going to operate the train. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this, and it says everything you do from now on is going to repeat it. So you just do that, and that little red thing flashes there. So you now go to your train, which is the Royal Mail, and I'm going into reverse, of course, and I'm going to go shunt. It then makes it a bit easier to control, more so as if you've got some of this stuff the wrong way around. So just do this. Although that's not correct, I would actually alter that. Then I put it back into forward and shunt it back again. Here it comes again. This is how you do programs. Well, that's stopped. Now all you've got to do now is to click on the little tape recorder again, and it says, would you like to view what you've just done? If you messed it up, you just click that and it'll take it out. But what it's going to do is click that, and that is the program I've just done. Now one of the things is, as you noticed, when it went up, it was not far enough. So that's where that stop is, which is 1629. I can make that 1650. You just fiddle them inch by inch, or parts of a second as you do. So what you do with that, you then go and put in as mail. Let's get it right. Come on. Mail test, and then what you do then is click that there, like that. It then turns white from the orange colour. You just come out again now. Now what you would normally do is, some say I've got these others, but I'll show you how to do them in a second. But you go onto here, and you now got to scroll down all the. Some say I've got 60 odd in here, so to go down this and try and find it is mail test. There we are. Now that is, it's lit up, and all I've got to do now is to click that, and the train will do what it's just done. That's how easy it is to do programming. It's so simple. The more you put in, the harder it gets. And so say that's going to just stop there now. Now it's going to come back again now. And say normally you'd be pressing lights on, cab lights on and cab lights off and stuff like that. What I do is I actually think it out first, do a quick run on it, and then I do it. And then I just adjust it afterwards. Here it comes. Well, it stopped. So that is how you'd actually do a program. Now to see, you've just seen what that program is. Now if I show you this program, the one which I showed you on one of the last videos, these two here running, which is the Nelson and the, where is it? The Nelson, class 29 and Nelson there. That is the program for those two trains. And the only thing I had to do with that was to adjust that stop, which is for the Nelson, because that was in a different position. And then I just adjusted that one. Other than that, everything else worked. That took me about 15 minutes to do that. It's what you do with it is everything you touch it does. So if you're changing points and all that. Now one thing is with this programming, changing points, you've got to wait 2 seconds before you change another one. The system will tell you can't do that. So it has got that little thing with it. So that's how you can do them. Now, just come out of there. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you what these little things look like. So you know you've got your programs. So what you've got to do now is go into here like this, and you get your track up, which is going to be there on mine. Oops, wrong one. Don't want that one. Where is it? There it is. It's me. Which is this. So any one of these, so you just right click on it, this is what you get. That is the program there, and then you just move these sliders, and you can, say with these numbers or there's loads of stuff in there you can actually do. And all that is in the Pro. First of all, you've got 45-degree angle points in Pro, which you haven't got in the normal one. But also when you go down to here, which is this one, this little cog is the program cog. So all you do is click it, and then what you'll actually get is such as this. If you just click on that, look, it says what program are you going to run, and you find what the one you've named, and then you give it a symbol, wherever it might be. So say you've got numbers, you've got crossings, you've got shunting, you've got there, you've got the turntable. So you can put what you want in there. As you've got here, this is a shunter, which is the two, as I mentioned last time, is those two trains there doing their little bit. Then you can also merge programs, you can schedule programs. There's a lot you can do with the system. But also is, if I just come out there because I don't want that, is double headers, which you can do as well. What you've got is, so you've got two trains like that, and with the normal system you can only put them heads on, so that one there and then that will be behind there. But with the Pro you can actually click on there, and that says it's going forward. You click on this one here, that says it's going forward, but if you click on the train it reverses it, so that tender of that one goes to the tender of that one, and you can run them together. But I do warn you, basically you need the exact trains to run it. Also, is you can't run a sound train and a normal train, because the normal train will take off and the sound one was doing its blowouts and everything else, so it does mess things up. So you really need the identical trains, and then all you got to do then is run by the head train, and you just control your trains that way. But that is as easy as that as well. Now, let me say, with these programs, I've got dozens and dozens of them to do everything. It makes my life easier, but let me say, what I can do with that is if I actually take the turntable like this, and I say I want to go from here to the main line, I just click that like that, and it does that. Life's a lot simpler to do it this way around. Like this. The thing is, you can't run two programs at the same time. If you want to do that, you've got to merge both the programs together to get the train to do it. That is the only thing with this. It can only run one, but I could be running one of these programs here and running my trains normally, or I can be doing a program off here and be messing around in the sidings while those trains are going round. It's as easy as that. Now, another thing I've just done yesterday is this one, which is my new Princess. Now this one, what it actually is this sound decoder is in there. Now the actual speaker has to go face down, and there's no outlets underneath there for the sound to come out. The other way around it is actually put a cube speaker in there, which I haven't got. So what I've actually done with this, which you can actually do, is on these TTS trains, if I come back over here for a minute, over here a minute, I can go to my TTS trains, and what you've actually got is the sounds can be altered. It's 161 to 175 CBs. So those there, you can the standard volume is, or default volume is 4. So what I've actually done, I'll actually set this one off again. Well, just set it up. That's louder than it was. That was originally at 4. It is now sitting at 8, which is the maximum you can go. If I do some of these sounds, if I do this one here, that's quite a loud one. Now if I do this one, it's another one. Can you hear how low that one is? This is the long one. So what I've actually done, I've actually altered the volumes in the TTS trains. I've done a couple of them now. Also, so if you've got one whistle which is higher than a lower than the other one, you can actually alter them round as well. So that is one thing I've done. And say I've had, if you've got a request, just email me and I'll hopefully do a video for you. And most probably this next week, it'll be I'll be a chap sending me this HST, and if I can set that up, and then I'll show you how I've done that one. But one thing is today is Remembrance Day. I work for a section of the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, which is called Never Such Innocence. It's all to do with children all over the world, and we have a competition every year on music, art and poetry, and we hold it down at the Guards Chapel in London. Now, this is from last year's. Of course, I haven't been able to go this year because of the pandemic, but that's the Guards Chapel. Now, also is what we had is I do this one. These are the Royal Marines that we had. You can see the children following behind there. strongly good there. Now, where I sat here near the back, I actually sat with one of the ITV commentators who was doing a thing on this. But what happened was, is we also had an RAF helicopter come in. We also had the Royal Marines Drum Corps doing one. We also had the Queen's Colour Squadron. Now, also we had the Scots Band, Scots Guards Band, which is there, and that is the Guards mess room. We actually go there for stuff afterwards. But so I say, there's Lady Lucy, who's the CEO, and if I can go around here a bit more, where is it? There's some of the Chelsea pensioners, which we have every year. And this one was, I stuck 3 foot in front of them, didn't hear them come up. It frightened me to death when they did that. But also is one of the things I had is I work with this Commonwealth War Graves Commission, as I said. Now, one thing how it started was, it's a book. It's an New Zealand chap, Peter Mellett, who actually wrote a book called The Anzac Puppy. And the Anzac Puppy is a dog which is in the New Zealand Rifle Brigade. It was their mascot. This is in the First World War, and this gravestone is on Cannock Chase in Staffordshire, where it's laid. Now, Frida, who this dog is, there is a book out on it, and it's called The Anzac Puppy. And Peter actually reads the book, but you can't actually buy the book. It is specially for the libraries and librarians of Staffordshire. That's how I got my hands on it. And what it is that's the grave which sits in the middle of Common. And so I say, this is something I've done. Is also is if I actually come back here as well. There's another one. There's me in the House of Commons, because I was the administrator for the National Council of Agriculture for 10 years. I've been a stage manager. I've done loads and loads of stuff. But anyhow, this part here was just to commemorate the Remembrance Sunday. So if anybody wants me at any time, I'm on 01782 302194. My email address is there. Please contact me. Don't be afraid to. I'm always here 7 days a week. And please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.